In this video, we'll be taking the new maxed out level 100 Shiny Wumbo Barnacle Man up against Endless Mode and the boss battles to see if he's actually good. I hear people looking at the stats and thinking it's good, but is it actually? I think they're lying to you. I'm just going to be honest. I've seen that. I think it's a lie. Let's see. First things first, we're going to have to go on our alt account because I don't have any spatulas on my main account, obviously. I have 600,000 right here. So let's get this Barnacle Man. Bing, bada ching. Boom. Look at him. Oh, he looks pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. Let's get 25 of these things. Let's go. Oh, this is going to take forever. Oh, no. And you have to scroll down every time. Oh, my gosh. So there's 2. So we need 23 more, which will send us down to 336,000. So let's just keep opening until we have 336,000 left, I guess. Okay, we're at 346,000. Let's buy the last Barnacle Man and let's get rocking and rolling. So what we're going to do first is obviously 5-star him. Then we're going to feed him. Then we're going to roll traits on him. So let's do this really quick. Boom. Oh, yeah. Let's get a trait on him first. Why not? I ran in the trait section by accident. Let's do that. Boom. Boom. There. Secret formula. That's all we need to really test him and see what it would be best with when it comes to Neptune's Crown. And then let's get all of these. Oh, wait. I can just do select max. Yeah. What am I doing? Boom. Select max. Confirm. 5-star. Bang. There it is. 5-star Barnacle Man already. Let's feed him to 100. Let's get this thing maxed out right now. Boom. Feed at all. I can barely max it, but we did actually but we are going to manage, so that's all right. All right, let's get him equipped and let's trade him off to our main account. Obviously, I'm not doing a showcase on this account. Come on. So let's trade this thing off to FLK. He's actually going to forward it to our main, like a little middleman. So yeah, shout out to FLK. Thank you. Boom. Boom. Let's give him this thing maxed out. Level 100. There's only 17 to exist as of right now. To have a level 100 one already, that's crazy. Okay, let's get these Barnacle Mans back from FLK. Boom, to our main account here. And obviously, we'll have to equip him in the lineup. So let's get him in and let's go try him out. Hit leave. Let's go. So first things first, this wouldn't be a blocks video if we didn't test him on his own against the boss, the hardest one in the game. So let's go give it a shot. Unfortunately, this is going to take the full 5 minutes. Obviously, he's not making it to the end. At least I don't expect him to. But you never know. This is a good way to test his animation speed, though, his DPS, and see, yeah, just how fast he attacks based upon his damage numbers and how much he's doing per hit. And of course, we're under the map, so this might take a bit. So we finally got in a game, and I don't think this attack animation is very fast. He waits a long time, which means Jellyfish could be beneficial. Oh, no, his animation just keeps playing out. So yeah, this unit already, I can tell, isn't good at all. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. We're 30 seconds in. He's only done 200,000 damage. A Squawg does that in about 5 seconds. So, yeah, this is not going to replace the Squawg whatsoever. The Squawg's still the best starter. And let's just see how far it gets. Who knows? Maybe it picks up the pace halfway through. Okay, 20 seconds left, and there's only not even 2 million. What am I saying? With 10 seconds left, yeah, he's only done 2.7 million damage. Squawg kills us with a minute to spare. Rex does 22 million, I think. Or no, what does it do? Wait, oh, because I usually do the hardest boss. Oh, yeah, which has more health. Okay, so anyway, long story short, this unit is godly garbage. Godly garbage. I'm actually going to compare it to the Olympian. I think that's a fair comparison because they have similar damage, SPA, and range. And they're both full AoE. The issue is I can't trade Olympians. So yeah, I've got these Olympians here and my good Olympians on my alt, and it's just, yeah, unable to be traded. So I'll do that later when we do the full AoE test, I guess, or the starter test. But let's put him in Endless just for the sake of argument and see how far he can go. I'll get my Krusty Krab. Actually, we don't need a Krusty Krab because he's a starter. So let's get into Endless A. Let's go. So he's cheap to cost at 1,500, so we can get him down right away. He's full map AoE, which is good. But will he actually last long? I highly, highly, highly doubt it. But we will see, I guess. All right, so we can already tell by looking at him, he just attacks so slow. His animation plays out for so long. He does do good damage. That's the thing. He does do good damage, but it just played out. It just played out way too long. I will never be using this unit on my team. I genuinely think that Squawg is just that much better. Let's see how far it can get anyway. Maybe this experiment will prove me wrong. Who knows? Let's just see. Look at the animation, though. It's coming from the sky. What is going on? We gotta go first person for this. Look at this. I didn't even realize that first till I saw my screen getting darker. But yeah, it literally rains down for... No wonder he attacks so slow if it's doing all this. Like, Jesus. Wave 389 is here, or 390 now. And look how far these things are getting already with only 500,000 to 1 million health. It's actually insane. Like, this is actually so bad. Even single target units can go further than this, which is bad to say if you understand swarms. But yeah, watch this million HP dirty bubble coming in. Let's see how far it goes. Oh my god, it's just going. It's trucking. It's almost getting to half the map. Oh my goodness. This thing's gonna die before wave 500. Oh my god. Wave 435, which is nothing, mind you, compared to the new units today. And I think we might actually take damage right here. Yeah, we just took damage. So we're dead in the next 28 waves, if you understand endless. So on 464, I think we're dead here. Unless something kills us before that, but I doubt it. Usually it's a boss that gets rid of an AoE unit. So yeah, 464, I'll fast forward to there. Man, this is a disappointing update for units, but it's good. I know I made it seem like this update sucks and everything, but this is actually good because it gives us time to actually make our lineups, complete our loadouts, and it doesn't make it so secrets are being spawned every single update. They overdo it way too much, so I'm kind of glad they set it back this time. Also, the 3-month subscription for the Krabby Crew is coming soon, and that's probably a secret or something good. I don't want too many units released that I have to test and get and work my ass off to Neptune Crown level 100, trade for, etc., etc. So yeah, I like taking this kind of break. So I'm not mad about the update. It does suck for content, like making videos, but that's all right. We'll do other things that people will enjoy, like challenges, testing of all AoE units, some trading videos, trading for the best lineup while we have the time to, and other things like a maxed out dungeon versus Cyborg versus Hydra Karen, etc. Like that type of stuff. Don't worry, we'll make the videos happen, even though there's not any really good updates here. And yeah, we're going to take damage to this dirty bubble, obviously, 2.3 million health. The Rex can kill a 22 million health boss on 1x and a 13 million health boss on 5x. This thing is literally like 6 times worse than a Rex on 5x, even though this would be better against 1x because the Rex does attack fast. And if you don't know, on 1x, faster attacking units are actually better on 1x versus 5x proportionately. So this thing would be not as... Actually, let's go on 1x. On 464, let's set it to 1x. Again, Rex does 22 million damage to a boss. Let's see what this can do on 1x, okay, for 464. All right, we're approaching 464, which means I'm on 1x prematurely just in case I don't want any mishaps. And we'll actually see if this thing can do any better on 1x and see how far he can get. If he survives this wave, I'll keep it on 1x just to actually test how much damage he does on 1x. 2.78 million health. This guy needs to do at least 2.2 million damage to be 10% as good as a Rex. A Squawg would have killed this boss by the time it gets to here, mind you. But Squawg is a boss killer, and this is a full AoE unit. Let's see what it can do against this boss. A big issue here, and we'll see this a lot on 1x, is that even when the rainstorm ends, watch this, these things stay on the ground doing some animation, and then it pauses, obviously, for the 0.7. So yeah, this SPA is just when this animation's done, how long until the animation starts again. So 0.7 seconds, and I'll show you from where it starts. So right now, when this animation ends, right there, 0.7, and then he attacks again. That's how it works. That's how this number works. The main thing that you have to see is actually how long the animation is. He's approaching this bend over here, only 1.3 million, not even 1.3, less than 1.2 million. And yeah, this thing might actually kill us, making this unit literally 10% of a Rex, with 2 of them the same as Rex. Obviously, I could get a third out of this and do a tiny bit more damage. So if you want to add, you know, 50% damage on top of what these 2 do to account for the third one, you can do that. But I'm not going to. Maybe I should have just used 1. I guess in every mythic test, I'll just use 2 from now on, because I'm not Neptune crowning this unit. It's not even worth it. I decided I would Neptune crown it if it was good, but it's really, really not good. Also, shout out to Cindy. She fixed my eye patch here. It's now sticking out of my hair more. I don't know how she did that. Oh, this character does have eyes. But yeah, that's so funny. It's actually kind of getting close. Like, it might actually be able to take it down because obviously 1x is better than 5x. That's why this thing died to a lower health boss, and it's doing better on this one. But no, I don't think it is going to survive. It's only done not even 2. Is it going to get 2.4? Okay, yeah, it's going to get to 2.4, almost 2.5 million damage on a 1x boss. So just because the stats make it appear kind of good, because look here, like the Squawg's range, obviously you have to take that into account, but this thing should just be a tiny bit worse than a Squawg. But obviously the Squawg can do the 25 million damage to that boss in about 4 minutes. This thing only did 2 million, not even. So it's like 10% of a Squawg's DPS, even though it looks the same on paper. Or no, it looks a little worse. It looks like it does 20,000 less damage, but it actually does 10% of the damage, which is insane. It's actually worse than 10% of the damage because it does 10% damage of a Rex, and a Rex does not as good as a Squawg. A Rex is probably 20% less DPS than a Squawg, which is insane. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you learned something new from this video. Subscribe if you did, like the video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.